Hello everyone. Today I am excited to present a very unique planet that is the setting for Bong Joon-ho's new upcoming film Mickey 17, which is based on the book Mickey 7 by Edward Ashton. Niflheim is one of the 7 planets inside the solar system located within the Milky Way galaxy. The frozen planet is located just inside the Goldilocks zone of a G main sequence star, which are stars with a surface temperature of between 5,000 and 5,700 degrees Celsius, have a solar mass of around 0.8 to 1.1 times the mass of our Sun, and fuse hydrogen until the element is exhausted in about 10 billion years. For reference, our Sun is a G main sequence star, and Niflheim's Sun is very similar to our own. Niflheim is the only habitable planet within the system, the other 4 being gas giants, and the other planets being closer to the Sun with much higher temperatures and have no atmosphere. Niflheim has almost no axial tilt, meaning that there are no seasons on the planet, but the planet does undergo phases of drastic temperature changes that I will explain later. The local atmosphere on Niflheim has a high concentration of carbon dioxide and only less than 10% oxygen, which is why humans on the surface use rebreathers to scrub out the CO2. However, in the film trailer, we don't see humans using the rebreathers, so director Bong Joon-ho probably decided against making the planet's atmosphere toxic for the film to appeal to the mass public. The skies on the planet's surface appear pinkish blue, with the sun appearing a distinct yellow during the day, and humans are able to see plenty of stars in the nighttime. The planet does have volcanism near its equator, where it is much warmer. The planet is geologically stable in the northern region, but there are mountains, hills, and valleys towards the south. Niflheim has clouds, moderate winds, rain, and plenty of water sources. The planet has almost no metal on it, which is a major contested element as the sentient indigenous lifeforms fight over the existing metal brought by the human colonizers in order to strengthen their species. One very interesting fact about this world is that Niflheim orbits a variable star, which means that the output of the star's energy and light varies across many different years. This means that the planet goes through phases or seasons of being very cold and very hot in average cycles of around every 4 to 5 years. When it is cold, the average surface temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. There is meter-length snow covering the ground in which humans need snowshoes to cross. During these extreme winter periods, hydroponics have a hard time to grow food. As a result, the food for the beachhead colony residing on the planet is rationed to below 2,000 calories per day, to the point that colonists become gaunt and skinny. The biosphere on Niflheim barely hangs on during this extreme harsh period, and crops within the colony dome, such as tomatoes, struggle to grow. When the planet enters its warm season, the temperature rises and snow begins to melt. The planet becomes wetter and the soil becomes more fertile as green and purple vegetation come to life. The landscape becomes full of grass, lichen, and shrubs that are used by crawling insects. Entire grasslands and fern fields emerge as a result of the oxygen in the atmosphere increasing by 20%, but colonists on the planet still need rebreathers to scrub out the CO2 during this warm phase of the planet. The planet's life becomes much more diverse in the cycle, many of which are actually unknown. However, the main life form on the planet is a sentient species known as the creepers. These are worm-like creatures with segmented bodies, sharp claws for feet, mandibles, and a toothy maw. Thousands of them live inside a labyrinth of underground tunnels. There are different kinds of creepers within a group, similar to an ant colony with different ants performing different functions. They communicate to one another through a visual body language and don't speak verbally. The creepers don't have genders and produce asexually. One thing to note about the creepers is that even though there are thousands of them, they are not individually sentient and actually are controlled by one alpha prime. Another entirely different type of creepers are the spider-like creatures. These are also the same species but have evolved differently and are actually vassals of the worm-like creepers. They look like 6-legged spiders and have mandibles jutting from their faces, and they are about a meter wide. We also get a glimpse into the diggers, which are snake-like creatures that live underground and can dig through soft soil and human flesh. They have a toothed, funnel-like sucking mouth that they use to furrow and eat through tissue and flesh. There's also another sentient life form on Niflheim, which is a parasite that takes over the body of a host. It usually overtakes and controls smaller species, but in the novel, the parasite becomes sentient when it overtakes the body of a prime creeper, allowing it to grow drastically and develop a mind of its own. There is little known of this parasite inside the novel, except that it can control entire species if it is not contained. Overall, Niflheim is a very interesting planet because it has a toxic atmosphere, similar gravity to Earth, multiple sentient life forms, and orbits a variable star in its Goldilocks zone. I am very interested to see director Bong Joon-ho's interpretation of the book and its very unique setting when the film comes out. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.